Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast Suchitra's Life with me Suchitra. And in today's episode, I'll be talking about a book that I picked up. It's titled Unlikely Hero, written by Nandita C. Puri. It's a biography of late Puri ji, and Nandita Puri happens to be his second wife. I feel quite awkward saying this that I haven't really watched or known anything about Mr. Om Puri ji prior to picking up this book. Since my latest interest in acting and films have developed a little, I thought by reading an actor's life, I would be able to pick something out of their journey that I can apply to mine, and I did get some really interesting things to know about Mr. Om Puri ji. Born Om Prakash Puri, he was the youngest among all his other 8 brothers and sisters, of whom only one survived, his older brother Ved Prakash. His parents were Tek Chand Puri and Tara Devi. All his brothers and sisters have passed away in their childhood due to various diseases and lack of proper diagnosis and medical facilities. Om Puri was born in Ambala, then in Punjab, and now in Haryana. There's a dispute regarding the date and year of his birth, as there is neither any birth certificate nor any other record about it, and the year could be somewhere around 1949 or 1950. His mother always told Om Puri ji that he was born 2 days after the Sera. His parents couldn't really make the ends meet, as his father is often thrown out of jobs due to his temper issues, and it was getting tough. And that's when his uncles took him under their care, but an incident made them throw Puri ji out of their house, and he had to fend for himself since then, doing odd jobs while pursuing his education at Khalsa College in Patiala, wherein he studied only till second year of bachelor in arts, as he went on to join National School of Drama in Delhi and later Film and Television Institute at Pune. He began his theatre journey by joining Punjab Kala Manch and then at NSD, of course. He initially struggled at NSD as language seemed to be a barrier to him, as his English wasn't that strong coming from a Punjabi medium education. But with the help of understanding peers and teachers, he did flourish. One of his classmates at NSD is Mr. Nasiruddin Shah, with whom he shared a hot-cold relationship but admired and respected him for his work. Later at FDII, though he realized there isn't anything special about the course or syllabus, he just stuck on and completed it. And during this time, he shifted his base to Bombay, now Mumbai, and thus began his incredible journey. After films like Ardha Satya and Akrosh, Om Puri ji was finally recognized as an actor in the Hindi cinema. Not only in Hindi cinema, or Bollywood as you'd like to call it, Om Puri ji had also made an unforgettable mark in the Western cinema with movies like City of Joy, East is East, Gandhi, and My Son the Fanatic, and many more. He was awarded the Order of British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II in the year 2005. Coming to his personal life, he was briefly married to Seema Kapoor, sister of Anu Kapoor, before marrying Nandita, who came to interview him while he was shooting for the film City of Joy in Kolkata. They have a son named Ishan Puri. One of the key takeaways from this book is the tips to actors which Puri ji gave to the students while he was visiting as a guest lecturer at Whistling Woods Academy in Mumbai, where Nasiruddin Shah ji was heading the acting department then. So let me just quickly brief out the tips that Mr. Puri ji gave to the students then. First one would be observation. He says this is perhaps one of the most important tools for an actor. Not only does an actor need to observe and notice his surroundings, he has to take a deep interest in what he observes. As a child, Puri ji would often go to the marketplace or the railway station and observe people and their movements and mannerisms. By observation, he also implies feelings and imaginations as well. Even reading newspapers or hearing something on the radio sharpens those senses. For instance, soon after the Latur earthquake, the story of a little boy moved Puri ji deeply. This boy had lost his entire family in the calamity but refused to cry for many days till one day he saw his domestic cow. He hugged it and howled. So Puri ji tried to imagine his emotions and tragedy as his own to get into the psyche of what the child would have gone through. Next one would be intellect and instinct. Though they are very different, these two primary abilities go hand in hand. To be a good actor, you need to be well read and well informed while acting spontaneously. The third would be involvement and detachment. It is of utmost importance to be totally involved as an actor, yet there has to be a kind of detachment. A good actor is one who will be objective about his character without losing his passion. Only passion will make you an indulgent performer. For example, while Wahida Rahman excelled in drama, Meena Kumari excelled in melodrama. For example, take a situation in a scene when you get a call informing you of your brother's death. Think what the character would really do. If he or she is a nervy person, he may rush out in panic or start howling. If not, he may simply put his wallet and keys in his pocket, lock the door and head out, while intensifying the emotion through the face, not through exaggerated bodily gestures. The next one would be subtext. An actor enacts according to his script, but how well he enacts his role cannot be based on his reading of the text alone. There is a subtext to everything, the between the lines thing, which is instrumental in molding an actor's sensibilities for a well-rounded performance. While preparing for a role, you have to find out more about the character. For example, there is a scene in the text where a young man walks to the bus stop to meet his girlfriend wearing jeans and a kurta. Now, your work on the subtext begins. Why is the man walking? Does he not have enough money to take an auto or taxi? Then maybe he is either unemployed or he lives in a small PG dig or with his family in cramped quarters. Wearing a jeans with kurta may also signify his ideological or political leanings. He may be a Marxist or an activist. Not being too well off, he probably would have had a modest breakfast or maybe just a cup of tea, etc. All these thoughts will help prepare and enrich your performance. You can of course also ask the writer what he had in mind about this character. The next one would be inspiration. Be only inspired by great performances or performers. Do not imitate them. Inspiration is more of an ideal, a standard to look up to, not an example of how to act. The next one would be representation. as an actor, most of the time we are representing a character instead of being one. Like in Charlie Wilson's War, Puri ji was merely representing Zia ul Haq and not being Zia. As an actor, sometimes you merely look at a character and replay it. The next one is being a character. However, the ultimate bliss of acting is being the character. When you totally identify with the character and believe in it, then you become the character. Some examples of the films in which Puri ji became the character are Akrosh, Ardh Satya, Susman, and City of Joy. But despite all efforts, at times you're not able to be a character throughout, so you end up representing as well as being, or a combination of both. The next observation is length and breadth of roles. In order to make your mark and then survive in the exclusive world of acting on screen, you have to be careful what you pick and what you don't. You may or may not get the lead in a big or important project in television or in cinema. At that time, your decision to accept or reject a role being offered to you can make all the difference in your career. Here are some examples of roles usually underestimated by new actors. Cameos. Doing a cameo depends on the importance of the role. If it is a crucial or pivotal scene to the film, or it is with a well-known director or a part of a prestigious project, you should do it. Short appearances. Learn to recognize and accept your abilities. If you know you do not possess the looks of a hero, go for a character roles. If you do not have the body of an action hero, go ahead and check out your flair for comedy. Turn your drawbacks into advantages. Do not shy away from any medium, be it films, television, theatre, etc. And for God's sake, do not wait for the magnum opus. And the final observation, co-workers. In an industry where more things are accomplished through an interpersonal rapport than through the professional route, you need to be careful how you interact without compromising your goals. Even if you do not like a certain project, never reject a producer harshly. Be polite. You never know when you might need the same producer again. Secondly, always respect a director's idea, and even if you disagree with him or her, try and come to a decision that seems mutual, because no matter what, he is the captain of the ship and you signed with him as your director. Finally, co-actors are the people you will be socializing with regularly, and it is important to respect each other. After all, acting is a symphony orchestra where each plays a different instrument to the best of his ability so that all sounds harmonize beautifully. Make the best of the situation, because a project is bigger than just your role. So these were some tips given by Puri ji, and like I said earlier, I haven't watched much of his work, so probably I'll be welcoming New Year by watching some of Mr. Puri ji's works and try to learn a thing or two from his performances and figure out what's ahead for me as well. Until next time, you all take care.